And first Hephaestus makes a great and massive shield, blazoning well-wrought emblems all across its surface, raising a rim around it, glittering, triple ply, with a silver shield strap run from edge to edge, and 5 layers of metal to build the shield itself. And across its vast expanse, with all his craft and cunning, the god creates a world of gorgeous immortal work. There he made the earth, and there the sky and the sea, and the inexhaustible blazing sun, and the moon rounding full, and there the constellations, all that crown the heavens, the Pleiades and the Hyades, Orion in all his power too, and the great bear that mankind also calls the wagon. She wheels on her axis always fixed, watching the hunter, and she alone is denied a plunge in the ocean's baths. And he forged on the shield 2 noble cities filled with mortal men, with weddings and wedding feasts in one, and under glowing torches they brought forth the brides from the women's chambers, marching through the streets, while choir on choir the wedding song rose high, and the young men came dancing, whirling round in rings, and among them flutes and harps kept up their stirring call. Women rushed to the doors, and each stood moved with wonder, and the people massed, streaming into the market-place where a quarrel had broken out, and the 2 men struggled over the blood price for a kinsman just murdered. One declaimed in public, vowing payment in full. The other spurned him, he would not take a thing. So both men pressed for a judge to cut the knot. The crowd cheered on both. They took both sides, but heralds held them back as the city elders sat on polished stone benches, forming the sacred circle, grasping in hand the staffs of clear-voiced heralds, and each leapt to his feet to plead the case in turn. 2 bars of solid gold shone on the ground before them, a prize for the judge who'd speak the straightest verdict. But circling the other city camped a divided army gleaming in battle gear, and 2 plans split their ranks, to plunder the city or share the riches with its people, hoards the handsome citadel stored within its depths. But the people were not surrendering, not at all. They armed for a raid, hoping to break the siege, loving wives and innocent children standing guard on the ramparts, flanked by elders bent with age as men marched out to war. Ares and Pallas led them, both burnished gold, gold the attire they donned, and great, magnificent in their armor, gods for all the world, looming up in their brilliance, towering over troops. And once they reached the perfect spot for attack, a watering place where all the herds collected, there they crouched, wrapped in glowing bronze. Detached from the ranks, 2 scouts took up their posts, the eyes of the army waiting to spot a convoy, the enemy's flocks and crook-horned cattle coming. Come they did, quickly, 2 shepherds behind them playing their hearts out on their pipes. Treachery never crossed their minds. But the soldiers saw them, rushed them, cut off at a stroke the herds of oxen and sleek sheep flocks glistening silver grey, and killed the herdsmen too. Now the besiegers, soon as they heard the uproar burst from the cattle as they debated, huddled in council, mounted at once behind their racing teams, rode hard to the rescue, arrived at once. And lining up for assault, both armies battled it out along the river banks. They raked each other with hurtling bronze-tipped spears, and strife and havoc plunged in the fight, and violent death, now seizing a man alive with fresh wounds, now one unhurt, now hauling a dead man through the slaughter by the heels, the cloak on her back stained red with human blood, So they clashed and fought like living, breathing men, grappling each other's corpses, dragging off the dead. And he forged a fallow field, broad, rich ploughland tilled for the third time, and across it crews of ploughmen wheeled their teams, driving them up and back, and soon as they'd reached the end strip, moving into the turn, a man would run up quickly and hand them a cup of honeyed, mellow wine, as the crews would turn back down along the furrows, pressing again to reach the end of the deep fallow field, and the earth churned black behind them, like earth churning, solid gold as it was. That was the wonder of Hephaestus's work.